Hello, Satnam, Namaste, welcome to I'm Woke. I'm your host Emelina Calder. In today's video I'm going to take you guys through an energy update for June 23rd to June 30th. Also, whenever you land on this video, it's going to be a timeless message. There will be a message here for you from Spirit if you're led here at a later point. If you're new to my world, well, also first, like, we're going to handle this lobster situation that's happened. So I went to the beach today and I sat in the sun way too long and I don't regret it. But she's real red. I'm definitely burnt. So I look like a lobster or an Oompa Loompa. Look at this. Look at this. These tan lines are crazy. Anyway, it's probably the only burn I needed for the summer. Hopefully I'll just be able to maintain a steady tan. That is there for you to understand why I am so red. But anyway, if you're new to my world, my name is Emelina Calder. I am a high performance life coach, a personal branding coach. I work in the Akashic records fluently. I'm a psychic medium and I read the Akashic records a lot. I help people learn how to read them. What else do I want to say in there? I do have an 8-part video series training that is free that you can get in the link in the description below on how to start accessing your own Akashic records, which are the blueprint of your soul. You can think of them kind of like your soul's report card. You know, and maybe every year or every turn of your Ascension practice, you go through and you get a new report card and you do well on certain things and not so well on other things. Going into the Akashic records is being able to view or review that report card and then be able to make changes, learn a little more rapidly, and understand what you need to change to move forward in a really fluid and efficient way. And so that's what I've got there. I post videos on spiritual development and personal development on lots of live streams weekly like this one. So if that's your jam, hit that subscribe button and bell for notifications so you don't miss any energy updates. Also, if you guys didn't catch the 2 videos last week, I shot a video for the summer solstice. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, sunshine from Alabama. Yeah, rainy. You can see the sunshine on my skin from Los Angeles. But if you haven't seen the summer solstice video from last week, including the full moon and Capricorn, it's a really, really powerful channel, as well as the channel in the beginning of the week last week. Spirit is, I don't know, there are just some really powerful messages on how to move forward practically and create a life that you want to create, again, in a very practical way. And I love that Spirit channeled that through me in that way. Hi, I am live. I'm happy you caught me as well. Thanks, you guys. Welcome. This is also a little funky with my, hold on. You're always gonna see me moving this setup because YouTube won't let you set it up ahead of time, so if that makes sense with the live streams. I'm so red, you guys. It's painful. And I was talking to myself earlier. I was like, do I regret being in the sun that long? I knew I couldn't be in the sun for 7 hours. I would have known that if I thought about it. And I was like, nope, I needed it. It's I was on the swing sets for a long time. I was on the beachy beach. I went swimming. Which is totally going to be a quick message for the week without me even checking in, is this kind of recovery mindset. When we're focused on manifesting really good things into our life, we need space in order to receive the said good things, in order to clear our energy, clear the space in our heart, step into an understanding that we're worthy of what we're asking for. And all of that comes from space. It comes from relaxation. It comes from some really intense self-care. So that's the first thing I would pin for the week before I even check into all of my guidance, is make sure that you are on top of your self-care. Because of the messages that came through last week, there's an intensity behind the energies for this summer where it's almost like time is collapsing in a lot of different ways. Oh, I'm so happy to see all of you guys. So time feels like it's almost moving faster than it usually is. And the way that I would describe this is It's almost like all the projects that you've had in mind, or manifestations, or different things that you've been wanting to pull forward into your reality. Like Spirit's like, okay, enough like thinking, enough meditating on them. Like, they're due now. Your projects are due. Your report cards are due. So what are you doing about it? And because Spirit's adding a lot of pressure onto our like ability to, or demanding us to actually bring things into fruition in the physical, it means more is manifesting more quickly, which feels like there's less time because there's more activity, if that makes any sense. So anyway, there's a lot of time pressure. There's a lot of action that's needed from us, and in order to know the next right steps for the action, and in order to receive what it is that we're looking to receive, like actually let it in from the universe, we do need to set quite a bit of time, like maybe even every few days aside, for whatever that serious amount of self-care is going to be for you. You know, I wasn't going to go to the beach today, and this morning it just became apparent that I needed to do that, and I literally like, maybe this will be a message for some of you too, like it took care of me so well in swimming that I didn't think for the day. And if you know me, not that I didn't think, I was thinking, but no anxiety, like no running cycles of thought that are never ending. And anyone that knows me, like I'm a thinker. I'm like as mental as they get. So for that to happen, I was like very, very pleased with myself. I was like, wow, is this what other people do? Like you could just relax. So whatever that's gonna be for you, make sure you get ahead and do that. I'm gonna pull some daily prayers cards. And then I've got the Law of One in my ear. They told me they weren't gonna prep me ahead. I love how Spirit just syncs everything up, okay? Hi, love. Oh my God, I love that you guys are like going to bed and listening. I thought about it too. I was like, I'm real tired. I was like, I could go to bed now. But I'm like, no, I'll shoot the video. I pray to relax and let go. All right, so this is just, and they're bringing my attention to the word focus on my wall. It's like, there are two things that you need to focus on this week, okay? One, make sure your mental focus is on what you actually want, like receiving what you actually want. Because even when we're working towards our goals or manifestations, there are a lot of different things we have to focus on in that process. If you're focusing on the struggle, if you're focusing on the things not working out or not syncing up, it doesn't mean you won't receive. It just means it's going to be a hard receiving process. So just check in every morning and try to check in the afternoon as well to bring your focus back and be like, where am I focusing my attention today? Your attention is energy. A lot of it comes out of your third eye. They're showing me a lot of that attention comes out of your solar plexus. And when you're thinking about a goal, a task, anything that you're focusing on, you are sending like energy current to that thing, okay? So when you have your I mean, it's like very simple, but it's real. When you have your focus on the struggle side of things, you are sending your vital life force to struggle, which then has to manifest. And this is not a like bad on you guys or anything, because I do this stuff too, and Spirit gives us a lot of room to be human and error and still be okay. It's just set the intention now for the week. I'm gonna focus on on what I want being easy, on what I want being effortless. I'm gonna focus my attention when I notice that I spin off in these little mental vortices of thought, of overthinking. I'm gonna grab my attention back and just say, I refocus on these priorities. Maybe have 1 to 3 specific priorities. This is covered in the in last week's energy update video for like June 17th, I think, where Spirit talks about covering the priorities. They're bringing my attention back to the priorities. So set 3 priorities for yourself for this week, not just the week, but in general, things you're manifesting. Pin them in your mental space. And by pin, I just mean have them in mind all the time. And when you catch yourself overthinking in a vortex of thought that doesn't feel good, anything that requires mental focus being sent anywhere else that's not those 3 priorities, it doesn't mean you're not working on things actively that require your mental thought. Of course, you're going to be thinking about things. But the point is, where is your energy flowing? Where is your energy going? And you can direct your energy, even if you're on another task, to your focus points. I've been doing this for the last few days, and literally I've just been like, I'll be in the middle of something and I'm like, where's my energy? And I'm like, oh, send my energy to where I want it to go. Send my energy to my artwork, which I didn't show you guys, but I have a really big painting I'm working on. I'm like, send my energy to this project. Send my energy to this project. I did it before I got on this video stream, like hours ago. I was like, hey, send my energy to the video stream before I get on. So when I get there, the energy will be present and available for me without me having to struggle and work to find it. We are naturally sending our energy out through our thoughts and through our projections. So if you have an intention to drive somewhere specific today, tomorrow, what have you, go to a specific cafe, and then you don't, your energy is still going that way, but now you're going in a different direction. So it's like you want to follow through on the things you think about, and if you remember, what I'd like to do at the end of the day is just clear all of my energy projections. So I'll think about if there was anywhere I meant to go where I didn't go, because I would have sent my energy there ahead of time, and I just call it back. I'm like, yo, I call back all my energy from all time, space, dimensional realities. I bring it to myself now. I bring my power back to myself now. I do a really clean cord cutting for anyone I spoke to during the day. That's not anything bad, by the way. It's like before you go to bed, you want to clear your energy so that you can rest and pull back all of your energy. I hope that makes sense. I can get more mental with it if I need to. I'm just going with the flow, the way that I do. The point is, if I were to give you just a mental like note to keep in mind all week, is know that what you think and where you project your energy, it's you sending your energy somewhere. Wherever you send your energy is depleting your current availability of energy, if you think about yourself as a battery. And then if you're trying to manifest something, if your energy is in somewhere else, whether it's a location or another project or a relationship, relationships tie up a lot of energy, conflicts tie up a ton of energy, disagreements rather. I throw it in the conflict category, but anything that's like less than perfect is requiring some level of energy somewhere. So I just would try to be conscious, and by try, I mean just be conscious, like set the intention that whenever you need or want energy for something that you want to create, that it's available for you, that it's easily manifesting, and that your energy is working for you. I don't know if you guys have heard this in like wealth consciousness communities or anything investments oriented, but they're always like, have your money work for you. Right? Like you send your money, I don't have all the specifics, but this is how Spirit's sending the message through, okay? It's like when your money can work for you and make you more money, it's generally in investments, versus you having to work hourly for it. What they're showing me is in comparison, your energy is working for you to create more energy for you. It's like, they're like investments with money. So when anything comes up for you this week that is a disagreement or something that you don't want to manifest, where that's something that would take your focus off of anything less than ideal, I'm just gonna send her an ask. I'm like, Spirit, make this like easier for me to explain. They're like, you're tired from the sun. I'm like, I know. But it's about allowing your own energy to work for you on your behalf, and our energy builds with momentum. So if there is a manifestation, a project, or a focus that you can have in your mind, in the back of your mind, through this entire week, whenever you come across the crossroads of a decision of where your focus could go to this disagreement or anything else, the point is whenever you are met with, give me a word, they're telling me like conflict-based energies, but I don't know that you guys will see them all as conflict-based energies. You might just see them as like normal human interactions. But Spirit is saying conflict-based energies, okay? So whenever you're at a crossroads of a conflict-based energy, that you can choose to send your energy and focus to something really positive, even if you're still handling a disagreement. They're not telling you to be anything less than human. They're just saying your energy can work for you, and if you channel your energy into the disagreement, you are fighting against yourself with everything that you're manifesting, because you're trying to manifest one thing to be really easy, but then you're channeling your energy into a disagreement or into anything like that, in likeness of that, which is in direct conflict with the harmony that you're trying to manifest, where things are easy for you. So even if you are in said conflict-based situation, just tell your mind, redirect my energy back to the thing I want. So for me, something that's really easy, just for me to refocus my attention and energy, is I say, send my energy to my artwork, like send it to my paintings, send it to the live stream videos that I do. So when I go on YouTube, the energy is there and available, even if I'm in the middle of dealing with something weird. And that something weird doesn't have to be a person. It could be a thought process. It could be overthinking. I think it could be anxiety. So it's like stopping yourself in the middle of anxiety, in the middle of overthinking, and then saying, what do I actually want to manifest right now? And you have your 3 priorities, and you just consciously intend that your energy goes towards those 3 priorities. It's that easy. That was a very long explanation for something easy. Okay, I pray for a happy miracle and surprise today. So keep your head up. There's good things coming. This is on the tail end of the focus of what we were just talking about, which is keep your focus on the things that you want, so that the universe can actually open the doors for you. You're making yourself available to Spirit by refocusing your attention again and again and again and again. And again, the refocusing your attention is very gentle. It's just like in the moment when things are going weird or you're thinking weird, it's just calling it back and being like, whoa, let me send my attention back to that priority. And that's it. And then if you start getting anxious again or whatever, like just go through the process again. But be very, very gentle with yourself. That's coming in really loud and clear. Be very gentle with yourself. There's no point in like beating yourself over the head. Don't berate yourself. Don't punish yourself. Don't yell at yourself. Just like treat yourself like a puppy or like a child. And when your attention goes off, just bring it back. And when your attention goes off somewhere else, just bring it back to your priorities again and again. I pray to release that which is not kind from my mind and my heart. It's almost like I'm psychic. That's just reflecting what I had just said. Be the utmost kind to yourself. What they are telling me right now as well is the kinder you are to yourself, the easier it is to think more clearly. Like, you'll find that the thoughts will be very naturally more positive the more that you take care of yourself. Some of you do need to like book a massage this week. I think that's probably something for someone watching this message who's been wondering, or that'll hit them over the head. Take care of your body, nourish your body, whether it's like doing fresh squeezed orange juice every morning, or celery juice, or going for a swim, whatever's going to be nourishing for you. I can go in a million different directions with the physical body. I always feel this way in these streams, but it's really like tune into yourself and say, what would be the most nourishing support for my body this week? That could be going to a spa, as in, when I say spa, I mean more the baths, like getting into different temperature jacuzzi tubs to help your body dissolve the tension that it's holding on to energetically and physically. Those of you that are by the ocean, swimming in the ocean is really great because it helps actually ground your energy, neutralize your electric current, and build up your auric field. Hi, I'm happy to have you here from India. We've got, you guys are all over the place. I saw Eastern time, right? Someone in New York on the stream. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Okay, I pray for exponentially increasing divine finances. I think they gave this one last week as well. So this is telling me a number of things. Yes to money and yes to manifestations. Whatever you've been actively seeking, whether it's career promotions, whether it's soulmate love, whether it's family, whether it's having a baby, the things are coming for you. And exponentially increasing is an important aspect of this prayer card because it's assuming that it doesn't stop. Like it keeps coming. When it gets better, it gets better, and it gets better, and gets better, and gets better. I pray to be made. So this card, I know you guys have heard me say this before, but this card is like praying for the circumstances that allow you to make the decisions to change in the most positive of ways. It helps you to make the decisions that you need to make to become the person that you need to become, to receive what you want to receive. Okay, I'm just going to tune in with Law of One. They ran off on the relaxation and the focus there. So what else, Spirit, do we most need to know for this week? Okay, I'm just trying to tease out the message with them because they keep saying you're the hair, you're the hair. So I'm going to open that up and then I'm going to ask them to stream some more through. The tortoise versus the hare, right? They're telling me that you are the hare, you are the rabbit, you are sprinting, you are on a fast timeline, you are well-stocked, well-resourced, well-fed. They are also showing me with that analogy that there is no slowing down anytime soon. This is more of, is this a marathon, you guys? In a way, they said. Okay, so there's more there, but in a way, it's a marathon. The point is you're going to be maintaining your energetic momentum with a steady pace for sustained periods of time. I'm going to ask them why they're telling me that, but the first thing is you have to schedule breaks, okay? So in this metaphor, if you're running a marathon, you need water breaks. You need those little glue packets with the sugar or whatever it is that you that you eat to get fast energy. You need stretching points. You need somebody cheering you on the sidelines. Like what do you need to get through your race? Like I said, time is speeding up. It's not that time's actually speeding up, it's that the momentum and the energy is increasing. We're processing so much more energy, which is what creates the speed. All right? They are showing me that that is not about to slow down and that this kind of just started. So rather than, they're preventing burnout, that's what's happening. Rather than just sprinting and then burning out in a month, they're telling me this is going to be for a while and you need to be able to sustain this pace because it is the new pace for light workers. So you do need to be very, very on top of self-care. And very on top of your boundaries, which is another form of self-care. So we've got the self-care side of things like massages, baths, getting in the ocean, getting outside in nature, taking care of your body like juices, doing movement, swimming, running, anything that feels right for you. Then we've got the level of self-care that is holding on to your energy, maintaining your energy, not allowing anyone to steal your energy. That is all about setting boundaries. All right. So if something doesn't feel good, don't engage with it. If you get a feeling that a friend says something and that they're actually saying something else behind the scenes and maybe they're being a little deceptive through the communication, trust your feeling, trust your intuition. A lot of people will say one thing and do another. I don't know why, but I've been encountering a lot of it recently. I'm sorry, my back is so itchy, like sunburn. Also, they're like, okay, what do you guys want to say about the sunburn? It's like a different level of burnout. It's like you're gonna burn out in one way or another, whether you burn out mentally, okay, whether you burn out through work, whether you burn out through like, I played today and now I'm gonna have to go into some self-care with some serious aloe all week and baby my skin. So it's like, it's not anything dissimilar than that. It's like Getting a sunburn is like getting a ton of momentum from the universe. It's knowing that you got a lot of projects on the table that all need to be moved forward with speed. Those are your manifestations. And being able to, being able to baby your body to move at that level of speed. It is a very body thing. The body is the slowest moving part of all of the energetic parts, and if you can keep the body happy and healthy and in sync, everything else will go rather smoothly. What happens where we really struggle is when we move faster than the body can process. So, for example, typical like career burnout is a mental sort of burnout. It's sitting at a computer maybe 12 hours a day and just working. The body takes a hit from that. The body can't process that because you're sitting all day. And that has a certain level of resistance that culminates over time. Like this was one of my lifestyle patterns in my 20s, to the point where I think when I turned 30 or somewhere around there, I started developing all this like chronic neck pain and back pain. Like I was in a ton of pain, and I was going to the chiropractor like 4 times a week. And I don't have those issues anymore because I have changed my lifestyle. But a lot of that was just a lot of sitting. Like my body couldn't integrate the amount of mental energy that I was producing. So that's a quick example there. You want to keep the body up to speed. Give the body what it needs. Good food, good movement, breaks. Some of you that are at your computer a lot of time, if you set a timer for every 60 to 90 minutes and just do a quick like 2-3 minute walk even around your office space, or if you can get out around the block for 10 minutes, that does a lot for the body and resets your energy in a really big way. I mean, we are in summer, getting some sun. Get some sun on your face. We get downloads when we receive the sun, and clearly I was low on the sunshine downloads because I got a ton today. All right, Spirit, what else you got? Okay, now they're bringing my attention to the tortoise in the hair, so I'm going to break that down a little bit. Can you guys bring more of my attention there? The friends. Okay, so you might be out racing friend groups. What else where do you want to bring my attention on that, you guys? Not everyone is going to move at the speed that you move. Spirit is demanding, and demanding or commanding is the word that's being used here, you to move forward at a certain speed. All right? At a certain level of quality and consistency of your momentum and your energy towards the directives of the things that you want to create and change in your life. This is a specific demand from Spirit on you that is going to be different than everyone in your environment and your surroundings. You will be significantly outpacing people, specifically friendships and family. Now, Emelina's stepping in here. I put up a community post today. As always, only take what resonates and leave the rest. I feel like it's common sense. You know, these are collective readings. Not everything I say is going to resonate with every person, but take what does resonate and don't worry about anything that doesn't. As common sense as it is, I feel like I need to repeat it, and Spirit asked me to be very, very clear today with those boundaries. Their point in exposing this is for you to not hold back when you do outpace the people that you love. That's not a sign of, oh, you should dim your light a little bit more. Oh, you should slow down your pace. Oh, you should make sure everybody can come with you. Like, it's not the aim. Spirit said demand through my channel. Like, which means if you don't keep up with Spirit's demands, there are going to be protocols to fast eject people out of your life because you're not moving at the speed that your higher self has demanded of you. Because that is your speed. Because we have to meet, like for your manifestations, you know, your higher self is trying to meet specific portal time periods, portal openings, ways of being, acting, behaving, and thinking that are in alignment with you receiving what you want. And in order for that to happen, there's a certain pace or trajectory that you need to follow in order to make time, okay? It's like you're trying to meet certain like checkpoints in a race. So your higher self, spirit, is demanding a certain pace from you to meet those checkpoints, because it's not just about like, oh, okay, you got this manifestation. There are higher purposes to your manifestations that you don't even know about. That it's important actually for you to receive them. Actually, if you want to help the people that you love around you the most, follow through on what Spirit's telling you to do with the pacing that Spirit is telling you to move. Because once you manifest really beautiful things, whatever it is you've been focused on, into your reality, you then have evidence and proof of what it is to live like this like more magician-based fun life, which then that evidence is more practical in shaking everyone around you awake to pay attention to the fact that they could be co-creators for their reality as well. You heal them more through accessing your own manifestations and moving at your own pace to do so than you would do trying to hold yourself back and try to heal them all one-on-one and bring them with you. We all do it. Like, light workers are loving, wonderful people. You know, it's been a practice for me to try to let go of people. And by try, I mean, I am very good at it because I've had to become good at it through my life. It's a good survival instinct I have, but it's like, it's not easy. It's not easy when you're a loving, caring person. You just want to be like, come on, I got you. Don't worry about it. Come on, let's go together. Like, this is what you need to know. But like Spirit's saying, actually, these people around you like don't get it. They don't get it. And that's not going to click into place until you do something alongside Spirit with your fast movement and momentum, because Spirit asked you to move at a certain pace with a certain amount of pressure and manifestation ability. And then all of a sudden your life starts effing changing. And they're telling me, like, when I did my glow up, I've done many glow ups, but the kind of initial one, 3 or 4 years ago, they did respect me, but it's just like different. Like, I was outpacing people. And then I had this big glow up, and then all of a sudden people were like, whoa, hold on. What are you doing? Like, I want to hear about it now because you look really good, and I just don't know. Like, I had a ton of people come back into my life that were gone for a long time. Tons of people. Like, so what they're telling me is it's almost like they've got the lightworker wave here, the collective of us, just focus on our own lane, outpace everyone, because I say everyone lightly. Some of you guys aren't going to want to hear that, but they're showing it to me as everyone. That's the language that's being used with me. Just use your discernment, okay? Maybe you're just outpacing one person. Maybe it's 5. I don't know. The point is don't attach to having a crew with you right now on this specific wave of your race. Okay? Have planned people in place that can keep up with you for the time being. Anyone that doesn't want to keep up with you, don't make them. That's being shown very clearly. Worry about it. Yeah, Spirit's gonna worry about it, but that's what the language they're using with me is like, worry about it when you cross a finish line. And then you've like got your trophy or your medal, like your whatever, like you won the race, like you've got something physical. You've got like evidence where the people around you that were like, oh, we weren't sure if you really had it together. Oh, hold on, tell me what you did. Like, I want to opt into this spiritual journey now. Like, what do you mean spiritual awakening? Like, how did you change? How did you get that new house? How did this happen to you? You'll get a lot more buy-in because you'll have more evidence. Not that you need it, but they're specifically speaking to the hearts of each and every one of you because you are so loving and so caring. You wouldn't be a light worker otherwise. Like, you know, the healers heal. This is what what we do. We love people. We don't like to see people struggle or be in pain because we don't like struggling or being in pain. We know what it feels like. We're empathetic to it. So then we extend ourselves out to those who need healing. The best healing for this chapter is to go win. To get your money, to get your wife or your husband, to get your baby, to get your home, to get your career, and to flash it around after you get it in a humble way of some sort. And then people are going to be like, people in your life that do love you will be like, whoa, hold on. How did you do that? You're like, oh, well, you know, I've been really focused on taking care of myself. I've been really focused on this law of attraction stuff. I've been in the middle of a spiritual awakening, and that's what opens the door. You can't force people through spiritual awakening. You can't force people to heal. People heal when they're ready. When they're not ready, it becomes forceful to try to make them heal. It becomes a manipulation tactic on behalf of the healers. It's up to us when people don't want to heal, just let them go. It's really about focusing on you. Okay, focus on your word. We're back to the word focus. Focus on your priorities. Focus on you. The people that want to be with you will find you. If you lose some people along the way, probably they'll come back at some point. That's just, you know what? That's just reality. I don't even feel like I've lived that long where I can say that. But because Spirit has made me release pretty much everyone, at certain points in my life, because a lot of my practice is not being conditional or manipulative with people. So if two minds or two hearts can't meet, I release. Because I've had to do that so much, what I can say that is more practical for probably people in their 80s that I've heard say, is people come back around. I've seen many different cycles, and many different people that I thought would never come back around. And I was like, huh, okay. I mean, it took 10 years. That's okay, though. Like, you know, like, I'm here for this chapter. It's fine. And I'm not saying it'll take that long either, but you guys, I'm super sensitive today on the take what resonates, leave the rest. Because I say things with intention that you will discern what is right for you or read between the lines in your own way. Because if I tried to dissect everything in a million different ways, these streams would be 7 hours long and nobody would listen. And my channel would be very, very weak because there would be nothing to really stand for and ground in communication. Also, Spirit doesn't care. Spirit's like, we don't care. They can interpret it how they need to. They're going to figure it out. But the human Emelina is bridging the gap right now because this was on my mind today. That's all. You guys will mostly get it, I'm sure. All right. So we've got people coming in and out of our life, mostly out from now. And then we're going to be... It's a very human way of saying this, but shoving our trophies in their face. Not really, but you're just going to live your best life. Let people see it. They will open the door and approach you as you start really gaining some physical momentum. And then that's an opening for you to facilitate their healing, which also is a healing for you because you'll realize that you focusing on you is the way. You taking care of yourself actually helps other people significantly. I honor that. Yeah. Spirit works through our own priorities and our own values. The more we take care of ourselves, the more our cup is just overflowing with divine grace, where it just spills over to everyone else in really positive ways. So the more we focus on our focus, our priorities, our manifestations, keep yourself in your own lane, mind your own business. Oh, they're bringing my attention psychically. I don't know if there's more psychic activity than usual per se, but if you get little pings on like, oh, this person might be thinking this, or I don't know, it depends on your level of psychic activity for you guys. Keep your mind in your own lane. Like you might, I'll give you guys an example. Sometimes people that have soul ties with me will pop into my dream state or right before I'm waking up, or right before I go to bed. And typically, because of the work that I do and because I don't want to go crazy, I text them maybe the next morning or whatever. I'm like, hey, your higher self is trying to get a hold of me, literally to the point where you're coming into my dream state. So like, kindly, like, what do you need? Because I don't always know based on the dream. But it's tackling an energetic need. Now, most of you probably aren't handling it like that. Spirit is giving me blatant permission to tell you guys that if you have people popping into your dream states that don't belong there, swift kick them out, and that is okay. That is them psychically communicating to you, and there really isn't a reason. So they're showing me, I'm just going to give you guys a concrete example. Exes. I can't even tell you, I don't know, every few months this happens, but like last week, I feel like every ex made a round in my dreams. And I asked Spirit, I was like, what do I need to do about this? Are there lessons I need to? And Spirit was like, boot them out. They shouldn't even be communicating with you. I was like, oh, right. It's that easy. It's not like mean. It's just like set your energetic boundaries. Sometimes people's higher selves will reach out to you. Generally, it's going to be in a dream state. It could be in a meditation. Just because there's familiarity. To be like, oh, well, we used to do this. It's like, okay, sweetheart, not now. No, we're done. Yeah, we used to do it, but we're not doing it now. Like, I don't know. I've had a lot of people reaching out in the dream state. Exes and friends. And it's Spirit's telling me to let you know, because some of you might be having some funky dreams about this stuff, and it's just have the permission, give yourself the permission to sit down. You could journal it out and say, is there any message here? Generally speaking, the message is that person had a familiar connection with you and wanted to revisit it, and it's enough to say, okay, that's cool, but like you could have called. Like, I think that all the time with people. I'm like, so funny that your higher self would reach out to me in this weird roundabout way. Why didn't you just pick up the phone? And then a lot of times I will just pick up the phone. And I'm like, hey, your higher, obviously for the people that can handle this conversation, these are my psychics. I'm like, hey, your higher self is reaching out to me. Like, what do you need? Like, what's up? You picked up the telephone line in the way that I could hear it, but it'd be really nice if you stopped interrupting my sleep cycles. I have a feeling that's happening to more of you than I would even think. You guys can let me know in the comments below if that's a legit thing for you. Also, on that note, Spirit's just bringing through to me, at some point very soon I'll be talking about a lot of this more, but there's a lot of subconscious, like more psychic-based communication that we send to people. I was going to say mostly soul ties, but I'm not sure. I wonder if I communicate really effectively in the dream state with people that aren't soulmates. I'm not sure that I do. I don't know. I have to think about it. James said an ex showed up last week. Yeah, this is insane. Oh my God, thank you for reinforcing that. Okay, so they're telling me why the dream state stuff is coming up, and especially with the exes, is because your momentum, they're showing me at like the quantum level, like you're becoming a black hole, not in a bad way. It's just like you're, what's another way of saying that? A magnetic force, a force to be reckoned with. So in the quantum, you're building up all this momentum that you then use to manifest. That momentum is your focus at the human level. It's your focus, it's your energy, it's your intention, and it's your action. Okay, and that builds the momentum. Now, when we're moving with that level of speed through the quantum, because we're changing our realities, we are naturally outpacing people, even people that aren't in our immediate sphere of our life. So that is going to be exes, past friends, family members you don't get along with. And this sounds like there tends to be this like level of reconciliation where their higher selves know that it's not appropriate to get a hold of you. Or maybe they can't get a hold of you. Or their lower self just hasn't caught up to it yet. Like the higher self feels you moving at the quantum level out of range of them, which causes a threat to the familiarity of like whatever you energetically served as in connection with them, even if you're not together or around each other today. So then they come back for a visitation. It's almost like a closing, like bye-bye, or it's a closing, like, hey, wait, keep me with you. And that's where you're just like, no, you're not my responsibility. Like, this is done. This was done a while ago. If you want to be in my life, I don't know, like, it depends on the terms. Anyway, so again, the message is you're outpacing people. Be okay with it. And as they come up, I don't want to project this. Just for those of you that are receiving it in the dream states, as some of them are coming up to you in the dream states, just know that you have complete permission to look at it briefly, say, I see you, I love you, thank you for communicating with me, but not now. Like, we're good. I don't need to have constant etheric communication with you, because some of them, once that connection is made again, will continue to show up in your dream state and continue to knock on your energy fields, like knocking on your door, like, hey, let me in, hey, I want to talk. And it's like, I don't know, I think of etheric communication very much like physical communication. So I'm like, if our lives aren't synced up right now in a physical way, like, I'm not going to entertain you energetically, because what that is to do is to cross wires for yourself on which reality is more real. Because if you're sending energy to a connection that doesn't exist physically, then you are taking energy away from your physical manifestations, your physical presence. You're either physical or you're energetic. You want the energy to line up with the practicality of what you're manifesting into your life, of the people that you do have present in your life. It's taken me a very, very long time to learn these lessons, to not entertain energetic relationship in any way, shape, or form that is not physically present. It does send your energy somewhere else while your physical energy is here. It's not bad, it just splits your energy. So it just makes it harder to manifest. Because when you're manifesting, you're looking to create a dream into reality, move it into the practical. So if you've got 20% of your energy in relationships that don't exist, which also, for those of you that aren't as psychically attuned, that could be like just thinking about people all the time that aren't in your life right now. That's where, like, making amends could be good if you could do that. Writing a letter to some of these people, allowing your energy to release from them, so that you're not constantly sending them energy and thinking about them if they are not physically present with you. I hope that makes sense. It's really about getting your energy and momentum in alignment with what you want to create. If you want things to pop into your life really miraculously and easily for your manifestations, then you want your energy to be the most available for what's in front of you right now in relationship to the things that you're looking to create. Quite literally, you want your battery completely full and in alignment with what your energy is doing and what your physical human is doing. Most people have their energy one place, their physical actions another place, and their mental attention somewhere else. Like, and you can do that. It's the old way of being human. It's just not very practical to manifest quickly. And we're looking for quantum leaps, quantum jumps, big miracles, a fun life. So it's about getting all of that into alignment, which is everything I've covered in the video. Okay. Law of one, is there anything else you want to bring to my attention to share? They're going back to the tortoise and the hare. The hare's, say that again. The responsibility of the hare is to be a hare, not to pretend to be a tortoise. All right. This tells me, like, they're saying to pretend to be a tortoise means you've got a lot of people that would emulate the tortoise mindset around you. Slow. Archaic. I love turtles, but they're showing me like it's it's a type of dinosaur, okay? It's a reptilian. It's the reptilian part of the mind. All right? Tried and true, never breaking out of the norm, has to fit in. Has to do everything exactly perfectly the way it's been done before. These are going to be what I would call like generational curses. They're saying hexes, like generational trauma that is repeated with each generation on autopilot until somebody goes, hey, I don't think we have to do things that way. Like, it's inherited in the DNA. some of you guys, some of the circumstances you run into in your daily life, like you think is random, and then you end up talking to another ancestor or what have you, and you're like, oh, you went through, wait, what? Is this run through the maternal bloodline? Did all the moms do that? Like, it's just like, I don't know, stuff gets wild. I'm always floored. That's what we call karma, but it's generational karma. Okay, you guys, is there anything else on the tortoise, or is that an accurate explanation? The job of the hare is to be a hare. You're going to stand out. A hare has more, takes up more space in theory. The way that they're showing me is they're showing me a big rabbit and like a little turtle. Okay, so they're showing me the space that the hare is taking up. Like, you're going to be taking up space. People are going to notice. They're going to be threatened by it. That's the end all be all here. That's okay. Don't try to change them. Don't try to change their opinions of you. Don't try to make them move any faster. Don't try to make them change their lives. Don't try to heal them. Okay? Read Melody Beattie's book on codependency. That's what we do when we try to bring everybody with us. It's a codependent trait. Focus on being a hare, okay? Focus on being you. Focus on being a light worker. Focus on having so much energy and momentum that you can heal yourself and you can create a new path for your generational bloodline that is totally, completely new. Like, okay, family, I hear you, but now we do things like this. Put all of your energy, focus, and momentum into it. Now we build wealth. Now we have healthy relationships. I was going to go into some other examples for me. I'm like, no, I think we don't need this. Like, those are darker than I want to go. Okay, being the hare, taking up space, taking up presence, making your needs clear, making your needs known. Feel free to tell the people that do support you what it is that you're doing in a way that feels practical for you. You do need cheerleaders. You do need like water stations. You need resources. So whatever those resources are, start telling the people that do love you, that will be around in some way or another, what it is that you need, whether it's like a call every week or like, hey, I just want to touch base occasionally. I'm like really sprinting forward in a number of areas in my life and I feel like I might neglect some of my relationships. Can you just check in on me every once in a while? Like, a lot of our needs just need to be spoken. Like, think about what you might need. Ask people to be there for you. The ones that can will. The ones that can't will make it very, very, very obvious. The most obvious way that people can't meet your needs and are making it clear is they're not picking up the phone. They're not responding to text messages in a timely manner. They're not connecting. And you hear from them like days later or a week later, it's like, oh, sorry, I'm just so busy. Like, those are the people, don't ask them for anything. Like, just be like, okay, like maybe later. Like, we'll see where that goes. Okay, anything else on the hare? Visualize your finish line, okay? So when you're thinking about your focus and your manifestations, you're going to be sending your energy to these manifestations, to these 3 priorities that you have, and you're going to be focusing on them every day. And visualize your finish line. So when all of it is said and done, what does that look like? And can you create like a rehearsal for yourself, a visualization on what crossing the finish line actually does look like for yourself? Is there something you're going to do? Can you do something specific that's big to celebrate? Is there, like, if you make a lot of money, is there a really positive, like, big purchase that you would do in celebration in order for making all that money in your business or whatever it is? Like start to set some finish line goals that you can then visualize. Do this first thing when you wake up in the morning, just for a couple of minutes, when your subconscious mind is the most active, or right before you go to bed, and visualize whatever that finish line moment is for you when you achieve what you are looking to achieve. Feel the finish line. I can almost hear the Neville Goddard stuff. He says to do it right before you go to bed so that your subconscious mind is just manifesting while you sleep. And that's a really positive way of doing it as well. But specifically, my guides are saying focus on the finish line, because the finish line assumes that you did everything else behind it. So you don't have to focus on the step-by-step visualizing it all through the right way. You just have to refocus your mind and then focus on the finish line every day so that your subconscious mind knows where to steer you. It's like a prayer. It's like bumpers on how your subconscious mind runs for the day. And so much of what we do is on autopilot from the subconscious mind. So if you can train your subconscious mind to see and visualize a finish line, it'll steer you towards the finish line more often than you would even think. It'll naturally set you on like a cruise control track towards what it is that you're looking to create. They're telling me too, for those of you that feel inclined to do this, you can look up on YouTube, look up the Silva method. Do a little research on the Silva method. You can even start that, where it's about tapping into your subconscious mind to set seeds and manifest more quickly, because your subconscious mind is what is manifesting. I think that's all we've got. They're not sending me another clear message through. So that's what we've got for the week. I hope this is of highest service for you guys. And if you love the video, like it below. I'd love to hear from you in the comments what resonated or what you're working on, what you're prioritizing. If you want to share, I would love to cheer you on. Yeah, that's what I've got. And I'm going to do a quick spin through the comments too. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me tonight. I hope you have a really beautiful week. If you haven't checked out the 2 videos from last week, I highly recommend them. Amazing. Oh, you guys are the best. Rainey went on a boat yesterday. Beautiful. Yes. Abby, you switched your focus for the day and changed it out of struggle. That's beautiful. Low flu, looking to learn how to surrender control and attachment to the outcome. Great. Crystal, focusing attention back on priorities. Beautiful. Artful Shelly, hi. It will start over. Yeah, you can watch the whole thing. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I think I will just see you in the next video. If you want to work with me, I'll leave some links in the description below as well. Hello, goodbye, love you guys. Okay, see you in the next video. Have a beautiful week and talk to you soon.